At Commando Gaming 1, we're continuing our series on Battletech Advanced and looking forward to a fun time for all. So please be happy to jump into the chat room and say hello. If you have any thoughts, opinions, comments, or questions about this mod, they are all welcome. So let's jump in. On this planet, we have a 5-skull destroy the base mission. We're jumping right into the fire here. Normally, I like to have a nice warm-up mission, but is one of our mechs... Actually, hold on. I think some of our mechs were repairing that we need. Indeed. Yeah, we need some of these mechs. So let's we're gonna make sure we get our Firestarter Omni, our Dragonfire, and that should put us in a good spot. So let's just take this 1-day respite to get those mechs. Alright, so let's come up with a plan to take on this 5-skull mission now that we have all of our mechs ready. Sorry about that. I thought we were ready to launch. Alright, so this is a 5-skull mission. We're definitely going to take all of our best pilots here. So we're going to take our Atlas, Dragonfire, Thanos, Laohu, all with pilots that actually match the strengths of the mech involved. We're taking our Heliopus, our Firestarter Omni, and we have one more slot. So we have one more slot. We're definitely going to take our Grasshopper. And we're going to take Coldfire, because he's our best energy master, because that's an energy build, of course. I do think we are ready to rock here. So let's launch. Should be up and running on the planet in a minute or so. One thing that I always mention to people who are new to this game or this mod is this mod takes up a lot of memory power and RAM. So while it only says you need 8 RAM, or 8 megabytes of RAM, that is not actually the case to run this game effectively. I recommend a minimum of 16 megabytes, and that's assuming you're not doing anything else in the background, like streaming, for example. Personally, I run with 40 megabytes, which I feel helps loading screens move around quickly, and provide you a solid gaming experience. Also, make sure you check everything in your computer and make sure you don't have a whole bunch of things running in the background. So, turn off your Internet Explorer, turn off any virus protection because you're not going to need it while you're playing the game. Just make sure to turn it back on after the game, of course. I have a VPN I use when I'm not playing, so I turn that off as well. You want to have all those little processes that slow your experience down turned off while you're playing the game. Absolutely makes a difference. This is a 5-skull destroy the base mission. Destroy enemy structures and escape. So, one of the things I really recommend for this mission is pilots commanders are so focused on the destroy the base mission that they feel like they have to always be moving towards the objective, which is not true at all. My favorite thing in these types of battles is to try to draw the enemy away from the base so you're not dealing with a base garrison and turrets at the same time.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, we're doing our drop in the city. Now we already have enemy targets. So this one could get hot and heavy quick. We're seeing fixed defenses powering up. Turrets can be such a pain in the ass. Yes, they can. Right, so we're actually a fair distance away from the enemy base. So what we're going to do, first we're going to look at the base. Okay, there's the base. Destroy the garrison. Garrison is there. Destroy the support lance, which is what we're picking up right now, close to us, as you can see from this vehicle right here. So we want to try to engage this support lance while hopefully the garrison moves to help the support lance, and then we can destroy both of those forces and then go for the base. Because with this mission, I fully expect there to be at least 1 or 2 waves of reinforcements as well. Alright, so we got our Firestarter Omni. Let's push it forward, see if we can get
on my way. Double time.
An eye on the enemy. Alright, so we've got a couple mechs here. Alright, a Rhino support tank popping up. So that's a serious threat right here. So let's actually skin the cat a couple different ways. So we want to keep our force together. So we'll go down this main road here. Especially with that Rhino fire support tank, we want to make sure that we bring as much firepower as quickly as possible in on each target, because that Rhino support tank could be pretty nasty. That sounds like a turret that was shooting at us, but it's pretty far away. I'm not sure what it could be shooting. The chances of it actually hitting us from that far away
armor left and right here.
Seems pretty low.
On the clock. What do you want?
Huh, but it got some shots in on our Firestarter. Interesting.
Let's make some.
We're gonna have to keep an eye on that. But again, we want to try to get the enemy to come to us as much as possible in this scenario. We do not have to move towards the enemy base until we feel like we've done enough damage to the garrison that we're in a good place. So let's actually take the Laohu, which is a little on the fast side for its tonnage. We're going to push it forward, see if we can get it into a flanking position. So again, those are turrets.
What do you need, Commander?
Shots. I'm not sure why it keeps moving.
On the
so
way,
we can't
nice and
see
slow.
our mechs. We have to see them shooting, which is not very helpful. All right, so let's actually do a Battle Lord here. We have a good hit percent on this Rhino fire support tank. So let's start out with some shape charge strikes and see if we can start wearing down the armor on this Rhino fire support tank as quickly as possible.
Ooh, is it time to press the Alpha Strike button?
Good
I
hit there.
love
One
the
of
Alpha
two
Strike
strikes.
button.
We want to get rid of this fire support vehicle before we deal with too many of the mechs, because that fire support vehicle has got a lot of firepower.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm okay. They barely touched me.
Thanks everybody for joining the base. We've got the stream. We've got a destroy the base mission here. Our grasshopper. Let's have our grasshopper flank.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Trying to get multiple units on one side of this Rhino fire support tank, so hopefully we can take it out quickly. The other members of the support lance are moving in. Alright, so we got our Atlas next. So let's actually move the Atlas up. Let's see. Actually, better off moving the Atlas over here. And he can at least engage with his Thunderbolt 10s here. So let's see
If
if we can do some damage on this target. Nice hits there. Nice hit there. Not as much damage as I would like. But those Rhino support tanks are nasty targets. Nasty, nasty targets.
Copy that.
Our Firestarter Omni. Get some firepower and a tag in on this Rhino fire support tank. Alright, nice hits there.
Ready, Commander.
We're a round away from
We're on the line.
engaging with our Thanos. So we'll just move it up.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
And the same thing with our Dragonfire. Ah, we hit some landmines. That's not ideal. How the AI always knows to put landmines where I'm going to be, it always seems a little fishy to me. They always, either they lay a ton of landmines and they just get lucky, or they kind of know where we're going to spawn. Crazy enough. Alright, let's move up our Lauhu here.
Roger that. Full speed.
We're exposing it a little bit to the rest of the enemy here, but we've got a really good chance. We're actually going to use all of our firepower here while our heat is low. We're going to do precision strike. Anything we can do to get rid of this Rhino fire support tank as quickly as possible.
One in the back.
Putting a lot of firepower into this Rhino support tank because they can take a lot of damage. See,
What do you need,
a
Commander?
lot of mechs that are that tonnage would be in bad shape right now. Yet the Rhino support
Time to pour on the
tank
speed.
is still there, kicking. Alright, let's do another round of shaped charges here on the Rhino support tank.
Heat be damned, I'm firing
We'll
everything.
hit. There we go. There goes the Rhino support tank.
The math's real simple. Mech plus tank equals dead tank.
Mech plus tank equals dead tank. Indeed. Thank you, Harmony. Alright, see, these missile turrets are a real headache. These missile turrets are a real headache. That's a lot of firepower coming from those turrets. Alright, so let's push up. Getting rid of that Rhino support tank quickly was very key. So we know right now we have 7 enemies on the field.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, so let's push up.
Let's make some bad decisions.
What we want to do is we want to keep the enemy moving towards us as much as possible. Because if we let the enemy engage us with turrets and mechs and vehicles all at the same time, it's going to be nasty. Alright, so that cataphract is definitely going to be one of our
Okay. That
next targets. We're actually in a really good spot to do some good damage to it. Alright, we're going to have to watch our Laohu. It's a little thin on armor for its tonnage. So we've got to make sure... Oh, alright, there's some artillery. Artillery either coming from a mech or from turrets, perhaps. So we've got to
I just dropped my
stay
coffee
evasive
and
with
I'm
all of our
fucking
mechs
ready.
just to
Ready
reduce
for
the fire damage that we're going to take from those shots. Alright. Now one of the things we have to do is we have to move
Confirmed.
any mech that's on a building. We're going to have to move it every turn to keep it evasive, and because as the enemy shoots around us at the mech, it's also going to do damage to the building, and we don't want to be on that building when it gets knocked down. Alright, so let's be aggressive here.
Throttle up.
Ah, more landmines. Alright, let's do a warlord here. Because we want to wipe out this target as quickly as possible, because it's actually providing vision on us to all those turrets. So we want to take these enemy targets out absolutely as quickly as possible. Cataphract moves. Alright, again, that's more firepower either from artillery or turrets.
I'm under heavy fire.
Yeah. We got knocked down off of a building. That's
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
concerning. That is this map has a lot of artillery fire coming at us, and we're gonna have to deal with that sooner than later.
Let's make some bad
Ugh,
decisions.
and
at
we have
high
landmines.
speed.
Driving us crazy here. Alright, we're gonna brace here. We're having some real problems with landmines and artillery on this mission.
Commander.
It's a good thing we're traveling after this. One good thing is this cataphract
Aye, aye.
did leave us a nice opening because it left its rear open for a rear strike. So we're gonna go again, all weapons in. Let's just try to get rid of this cataphract as
Target lock on enemy 6.
quickly as possible because it's providing vision from all this artillery. They are what's really causing us the problem here. So, there we go. There goes the cataphract.
Got him. My
Want to
flame.
remind everybody, please stop by the chat room, say hello, ask any questions you might have.
What do you need, Commander? Time to pour on the speed.
So do we have a target we can start throwing some firepower at here? probably our best target here is this artillery, this 80-ton mech right here. So what we'll do is we'll actually let's put some Inferno fire here. It's also in an area where we're not going to be traversing.
Taking the shot, Commander.
So let's put some Inferno fire on that 80-ton mech.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm okay. They barely touched me.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright, let's move up while hopefully
I
this
do for
artillery does not have vision on us and we can push forward and try to
Go in
engage
turbo.
that 80-tonner. We're not going to move towards the enemy base until we get rid of these last two support mechs,
I'm on the clock.
our
What do you
fire
want?
support lance mechs.
Let's make some bad decisions and hide.
We're going to need our Atlas to really tank here because we need to manage our damage. We're taking damage from this artillery far too much, so we're going to have to manage that very carefully. Alright, Scrub. Let's just have you do a sprint.
On the move.
Keep
Full
your
speed.
evasion as high as possible, Scrub. And a brace. Let's take your stability down.
Ready, Commander.
Alright, if we move here, we're going to have vision on that 80-tonner. What are we up against? It's an awesome. Alright, that's awesome salvage, ironically. Alright, let's use some precision strikes here. I'm really worried about the artillery here, so I'm not worried too much about taking these mechs apart. What I really want to do is take these mechs down as quickly as possible. So let's make some headshots here. The reason for that is these mechs are really here to give vision for those artillery strikes. That's really the challenge here on this mission. Whether those are... now we got serious damage on our Dragonfire. Alright, we're going to have to do the best we can here. Again, that reinforces. We just need to get this guy off the field as quickly as possible. Would I like good salvage on that guy? Absolutely. But challenge here is we're going to have... Alright, we got
Up in
90-tonner.
Receiving you.
These enemy turrets are really the big threat here that we're trying to minimize. Alright, so let's put the Laohu up.
Okay. Full
Try to
speed.
keep it nice and evasive. Try to take advantage of its speed. As you can see, the evasion is really high for a 75-ton mech. I'll take LRMs all day long. It's the artillery that
What do you need,
makes
Commander?
me nervous here.
Time to pour on the speed.
Artillery. Let's move up here. Since this awesome is an energy build, we definitely want to keep him heated up. So let's hit him with
Heat be damned, I'm firing everything.
Inferno again. Very nice hits there on the awesome.
That target's having a real bad day.
We want to take these targets out as quickly as possible because we're going to start taking more fire from artillery any second. To live with missile strikes, it's the artillery which is always the challenge. Or it looks like it's going to be the challenge on this mission.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Ah, we lost a leg on the Dragonfire, I think. good. Not good. We lost a leg on the Dragonfire. It's a fire support mech, so... Oof. Hard hits there.
All the alarms are going off, and this is going to be very expensive to fix.
Lance mate down.
Ah, there goes our Dragonfire. Alright, so we lost our Dragonfire. That's not good. Not good at all. Alright,
Let's make some
Move up.
bad decisions at high speed.
again, the challenge here is that each enemy that we face is now calling down fire from artillery. So we need to take out enemies as quickly as possible here.
Well, who needed salvage anyways?
Just scuff my vein.
We gotta get rid of the...
Taking a beating, Commander.
I can see why people enjoy this line of work.
Alright, we need to get rid of this fire starter, or this awesome, as quickly as possible now. Because it's providing, it's basically playing the role as a spotter for that artillery, which is really tearing us up. So let's do precision strike, center torso.
Target acquired.
Nice, nice.
Reporting
Good hits
critical
there.
hit.
Ready, Commander.
Alright, so definitely want to try to get rid of this target
Throttle up.
this round, because we don't want to keep taking that artillery fire round after round. So we're going to do another precision strike. And we're just going to go for the center torso. Let's just finish this awesome out. Alright, so that should cut down on the fire that we're taking until we get closer to one of these enemy mechs. Alright, so what do we got here? We got a 90 tonner, a 100 tonner, a 90 tonner, and a vehicle. Alright, so the challenge
Command.
is going to be getting ourselves in a good position here. So one thing we can do is there's nothing that says we can't retreat
On the move. Full speed.
on this map. Just because we have to attack an enemy base doesn't mean we have to blindly move towards the enemy. So let's see if we can suck these enemies in towards us
What do you need, Commander?
while we set up a nice little ambush opportunity.
Time to pour on the speed.
Alright, so we know where the enemy base is, right? It's right here. So another thing we can do, it's a little gamey, but I could actually use my artillery to destroy these bases. But I don't think we're there yet. So one thing I can do though is we can actually use our artillery, start doing some damage to these enemy mechs at long range. Hey Skewed One, thank you for joining us. We've got a very nasty challenge here. We're in the city. We have a 5-skull mission, and we have a challenge in the fact that the enemy, either through turrets or through mechs, has a whole bunch of artillery. So anytime a mech gets, or a vehicle gets vision on us, they're bringing down the fire pretty hard and heavy. So let's do some sniper inferno artillery here. Try to do some damage to the enemy at long range.
Commander, they're starting to smack me around pretty hard, and I could use some help.
Commander?
Alright, so let's push up. Actually, no, because we want to... Well, let's push up with the grasshopper, because the grasshopper, we want to get close to the enemy. So we'll push up a little bit with our grasshopper here as bait, basically. Trying to draw in these enemy forces so we can take them out at long range before we have to engage those turrets at the same time. Because there's a lot of firepower on these enemy forces so far. Especially the artillery has been a real pain. That and we've been hitting landmines like crazy. Lots of landmines in this mission so far.
Yes,
And
Commander.
we already lost our dragon fire, mainly due to artillery strikes. Alright. Where can we get vision on this enemy without going into the fire? Doesn't look like we can. So let's do a sprint.
Copy that.
This is pretty risky because our fire starter's pretty beat up already, but we got to take some risk to clear this map because we've got a lot of enemy forces here,
I've been sensor locked.
and this artillery has been
Ready, Commander.
running a number on me. Alright, so let's see. We've got an enemy in the fire, so we should probably be aggressive here and take advantage of that. So let's push up a little.
Bravo.
Alright, we got a Cyclops. Alright. I'm not messing around here. If I have the chance for precision strikes for the head, I'm going for it. Oh, the Skewed One says I made the mistake of going up against Comstar before I left work last night. I still have to go back and fully assess the damage. Yeah, Comstar is nasty because they have... What makes Comstar so good is that actually I feel like their AI is a little above average, and they also have components that really make their mechs a lot more dangerous than you think. Alright, let's do headshots on this Cyclops. We need to take these targets out as quickly as possible because they're going to start calling in artillery strikes now that they have vision. Alright, good head hit there. Nice.
Fleet preserve me.
Ooh, hard hits on our Thantanos. Oof.
Fleet preserve me.
Alright, we're...
Ready for orders.
Again, it's the artillery that's really the issue here, more than anything else.
You got it.
This artillery is really raising... giving us a lot of headaches here. Alright, let's keep hitting this Cyclops.
Engaging with target.
Fleet preserve me.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright. The skewed one, I'm
Time to
still...
pour on the
I'm
speed.
actually leaning towards, I don't like to do this. It's kind of gamey, but I'm wondering if I need to start doing some artillery strikes on the objective here. And just take it out at long range. Or do I double down on taking out these targets? Let's actually do a Battle Lord here. And let's go for seeing if we can knock out this Cyclops with a
Ooh,
lucky
is it
headshot
time
here.
to press the Alpha Strike button? I
strikes
love
there,
the Alpha
actually.
Strike button.
Very
That
nice
target's
strikes.
having a real bad day.
On the Cyclops. Oh, there's a heavy carrier. Alright. Just a lot of firepower on this map. A lot of firepower on this map.
Good to go.
Alright. Alright, Grasshopper. Alright, we're gonna risk some heat here.
Moving fast.
We just need to get as much firepower on these enemies as we can. Alright, so we got this heavy carrier here. LRM's 80. Or we can try to finish off the Cyclops, which is unlikely. I think we have to go after the heavy carrier here. Yep, they're destroying their own city for sure here. Right, good. We got rid of that heavy carrier. That helps.
Enemy vehicle down.
Oh, did I say 60 skewed one? Yeah, that was LRM 80. So we had to take that heavy carrier out. All right, we got a 100-tonner. Oh, we got an Atlas. All right. And it's not just the enemies here, it's the fact that
Scuff my vein.
they're going to be calling down those artillery strikes
What do you want?
now that they have vision on us. So
Let's make some bad decisions.
that's really the challenge here, is the artillery strikes are really giving us a hard time. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky and maybe finish off the Cyclops. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was an LRM 80 on a heavy carrier. That's a lot of firepower, right? Good hits on the Cyclops
I
there.
can see why people enjoy this line of work.
Alright, our fire starter. Alright, we're gonna take some chances here. We have to take some chances because we need to take these enemies out as quickly as possible. Alright, we got another 90-tonner there. We've got a lot of enemy tonnage here to deal with. Let's do a precision strike. Let's go for the head. He already has one head injury.
Engaging
Maybe we can
target.
snipe his head here. Alright. Another head injury. Alright, that's 2 head injuries. How is that guy not
Ready, Commander.
dusted here? Alright, we're gonna have to pull back our Thantanos.
Moving, Commander.
It's already taken a lot of damage already from artillery strikes, but you want to keep him in this fight. So let's actually do Warlord here. See if we can't finish off this Cyclops. Alright. Nice strikes there. Nice.
Leak watch over it. Pushing the red line.
Alright, going after our fire starter. Okay. Ooh, alright, that's a lot of firepower in on our fire starter.
Losing lots of armor.
Oh, Skewed One said, I think I got up to 70 on my longbow before, but it's been my largest volley ever, and that was in revised. Yeah, I mean,
Good to go.
that's the challenge, where sometimes vehicles are the bigger threat, quite frankly, than the enemy mechs. Alright, we're going to take the Lahu.
On my way. Double tap.
Hopefully it doesn't get too much heat here. Alright, plus 20. I can live with that. Alright, again, with these enemies and what we're up against here, I'm taking headshots. I don't normally do this because I'd like to take these mechs apart. Let's do precision strike
Roger
here.
that.
On the head. Just trying to get these enemies out. There goes our Santanos. We knew this was going to be an expensive
I
mission.
just dropped my coffee and I'm fucking angry.
Right, the good news is these are the last mechs we have to deal with. Hi, Death and Jess. Thanks for joining us. We have a
What do
real
you need,
nasty
Commander?
battle in the city here, so really excited to have
Time to pour
as
on the
much
speed.
feedback and input as I can. We've already lost 2 mechs because this is a nasty, nasty battle. All right, so we got another Cyclops here. I don't want to put fire in here because we want to keep a path to the target open. So, let's just keep hitting the Atlas here. Get some Inferno in here.
Heat be damned, I'm firing everything.
And some shape charges.
Waiting for orders.
A skewed one, Death and Jest. If anybody has any input here, please consider it welcome because
Double time.
this is a nasty fight we're up against here. Alright, so we're almost have vision on the turrets. We've got some nasty turrets here as well. Alright, so let's see if we can put down these enemy mechs as quickly as possible. Good news is my good news is the mechs that I have left still have most of their armor. But the mechs that have been destroyed have been destroyed, so that's kind of a downside.
That hit hard.
Alright, let's push up. Alright, let's do some multi-target
Let's
here.
make some bad decisions at high speed.
Alright, so we're going to do some multi-target here. We'll keep putting Thunderbolts into the Atlas, and then everything else is going to go into the Cyclops here. Just trying to get rid of these enemies as quickly as possible.
And for my next trick, a stunning display of ineptitude.
Alright, good strikes on the Atlas. You cocked up your career, Death and Jest. Death and Jest says he cocked up my career, set a travel command before I sold some stuff, and ran out of credits mid-journey. Oh, Death and Jest, did you do a reload?
Standing by.
You should be able to do a reload unless you were playing Iron Man. I never recommend Iron Man for exactly those reasons, because the chances of having an issue like that are very frustrating. So hopefully you did a reload there and it wasn't too serious. Alright, let's keep hitting. Let's go for a headshot on this Atlas. Just trying to get these enemies, 2 enemies down as quickly as possible. Nice shots on that Atlas. Very good. Oof, those turrets have so much firepower.
Hey, I'm losing armor over here.
Lots of firepower on those turrets, which means artillery's probably going to come to the rescue. Oh, that was Iron Man? Oh, Death and Jest.
Order.
I'm so sorry. I don't recommend Iron Man. Even the developers of this game have not recommended Iron Man. And in the next version of this mod, I've been told that Iron Man is going to be removed as an option because it can be a little buggy. So So here's the good thing, Death and Jest, and take it from somebody who's started and done fresh starts on this game many times. Every time you do a fresh start, you play better. So, definitely enjoy the fresh start and take it as a positive, knowing that you're going to be much better your next playthrough than you were the last playthrough. That's what I always tell myself when we start. Oh, alright, we got to get rid of this Atlas and this Cyclops, or these turrets are just going to tear us up. It's not the mechs that are bothering me here, it's the turrets that are really the headache.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, Heliopis.
On the way, nice and slow.
Alright, let's do shape charges here. And see if we can't finish off this Atlas with a lucky shape charge hit.
Ooh, is it time to press the Alpha Strike button?
Not quite.
I love
You did
the
some
Alpha.
good damage
That
there.
target's having a real bad day.
Commander?
Alright, let's push up with our Grasshopper. Get right in the face of this Atlas. And hope we can finish it off.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Nice hits, nice hits.
Critical hit, Commander.
He's overheated. He's panicked. I'm surprised he didn't shut down there, actually.
Okay, that was bad.
Alright, so the Atlas shut down and destroyed itself. That's good. Alright, so we got one more
What do you want?
target here. So let's push in with our Atlas.
Let's make some
It's
bad
got plenty of
decisions
armor.
at high speed.
We are just going to see if we can't finish off this Cyclops as quickly as possible. Nice hits on the Cyclops. So, Death and Jest, are you going to do a fresh start on Battletech Advanced
We needed salvage anyways.
after that Iron Man loss? It's just what I like about Iron Man. Every choice is permanent. Okay. Well, I respect people who do Iron Man. Everybody should play this game and every other game how they want to. So, fully support that idea.
Fire and jump jet.
So, Death and Jest, now that you're doing a restart, one of the things I like to do is actually kind of dissect my previous playthrough and figure out what you can do better. So, other than paying your bills before you travel, what are your big takeaways for your next playthrough? Thank you for the follow, Pumik. Really appreciate it.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so now that we've taken care of those enemy targets, now we just have the turrets to deal with. So we have the turrets here. Pretty nasty. Now we're not going to get a lot of benefit from the turrets, so my question is, one of the things I like to do is say, should I just see if I can wipe these
What do you need, Commander?
this base out with artillery? I've done it many times. So let's...
Time to pour on the speed.
Oh, Death and Jest, you haven't played Advanced yet, so you're just playing the base game? I'm telling you, Death and Jest, I would be happy to help walk you through setting up the mod. if you want to reach out to me on Discord, which and my handle on Discord is Commando Gaming 1, just like my Twitch channel, I would be happy to help you set up the mod. It's actually really easy. You can get stuck with light mechs. Well, Death and Jest, one of the good things about Battletech Advanced is the light mechs are a lot better than they are in the base game. So you can actually do more with your mechs early on in the game. Alright, so we've got these base targets to take out. So one thing we can do is we could just actually engage at long range and see if we could finish these guys off at long range. Using Inferno rounds to do continuous damage to the enemy bases.
Commander, they're starting to smack me around pretty hard, and I could use some help.
Good to go.
Alright, so do we want to push up? Alright, we'll push up with the Grasshopper here. See if we can start taking care of these targets. Alright, heavy sniper turret, silver bullet Gauss turret. We've got the building. We've got another building. We've got a thumper turret. Alright, so this thumper turret was actually one of the turrets that was giving us a hard time before. So we're going to have to deal with that pretty quickly. But let's work on the turrets we have the highest percentage on here.
Getting pretty hot in here, Commander.
Alright, we're just going to push up here.
Let's make some.
We've got a fair amount of armor on our. Alright, so we can hit with this thumper turret. Alright, let's do some multi-target here. So let's hit this thunderbolt turret, or this sniper turret with thunderbolts. And then we'll put everything else into. We'll turn off our ultra cannon. Put everything else into this thumper turret here.
And for my next trick, a stunning display of ineptitude.
Alright, almost took care of one of those turrets.
Orders.
Alright, we got our fire starter Omni. Let's keep ourselves evasive. And we'll hopefully get rid of this sniper turret here.
Roger that.
There we go. There goes the sniper turret.
I can see why people enjoy
So Death
this.
and Jest, I think those are good takeaways from your
Good to go.
last playthrough of regular Battletech. And I would completely walk you through setting up the mod. It's actually incredibly easy. If you haven't done mods in more than 10 years, they've changed a lot. So basically, Battletech Advanced, all you do is you download basically a program, and the program does all the work of installing everything you need. You don't have to move things around in folders, you don't have to download a bunch of files. It's all one download, and then you let the executable for the mod work, and you're set up really easy. Let's keep working on this thumper turret. We've got to take out this firepower. This is what was giving me a really hard, headache, is this thumper turret was causing us a lot of damage while we approach this base. So we got to get rid of that. The skewed one, yeah, it's easy enough. I could do it. It's one of the first mods I've installed anything. So it's not really
What
a
do you
mod.
need, Commander?
So I would describe Battletech Advanced as
Time to pour on the
a
speed.
program that enhances Battletech, because when you talk about modding, it really throws everybody off because they think it's a very complex process. When the truth of the matter is, it's actually a really easy process to install Battletech Advanced. I can't think of an easier process for a mod, and I've done a lot of modding, and it's not really modding because it's very easy to install. It's just like going to Steam and then downloading a game, except instead of downloading a game from Steam, you're downloading the mod, but it's virtually identical. So, Death and Jest, I will sit on
Static defense down, Commander.
Discord with you.
Looks
and
like
I will
I
go
need to
through
fire a
every
mech
step
tech.
for
I'm
you
running
if
out of
that's what you
AC-10
need,
ammo.
because it's super easy. And then that goes for anybody on this stream.
Briefing.
If you want help installing this mod, I'm happy to help you with it. Yes, that's true, Skewed One. The most difficult portion is making sure you had a clean install to the base game. So what you do is uninstall Battletech Advanced, regular Battletech, then reinstall regular Battletech. Make sure it's updated to the most current version of Battletech, and then you download the mod from Nexus Mods and let it do its work. It's really an easy process. Alright, let's
Firing
work
up
on the
target.
silver bullet turret now.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
So, I mean, again, that goes for anybody here. If you need help installing this mod, I'm happy to help anybody, because once you've played this game, you're going to be so happy that you downloaded this mod. I'm happy. It only really takes, honestly, after you download the executable, it only takes about 10 minutes to set up this mod. And you can
They
be
really
playing.
cared about this
and
facility, they'd
it's
have more than turrets.
the skewed one. I would say Battletech is good, but I would say Battletech Advanced is 4 times better than regular Battletech. It's not even close. All right, let's do a sprint up here. We need to
Understood.
finish off these turrets quickly, so we can finish off this base, because we have some massive repairs to do. Fortunately, we're going to travel after this, so we can repair all of our mechs.
One less
So, a skewed one is correct. If
ready
you
for orders.
do a uninstall and reinstall of Battletech, including all the DLCs if you have them,
Put the pedal down.
and then you do the installation of the mod, it's very easy. You should not have any problems at all. Alright, let's start working on these buildings
Aye, aye.
now.
Enemy structure eliminated.
Well, there goes one enemy structure.
One less structure.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, let's go push up with our Heliopis here. Alright, I really thought we weren't going to be able to succeed with this mission, because it was feeling like a really nasty mission, but... Alright, let's see if we can finish off these buildings
Roger
quickly.
that, Commander. Shooting a big, ugly block of concrete.
Inferno rounds are so good at destroying
Waiting for
buildings,
orders.
because they cause damage over time.
Coordinates received.
So each round, these buildings are taking damage from the fire. You could almost just stay at a distance and just keep shooting
Tell me what
Inferno
to do.
rounds at the base, and eventually it will destroy itself. Alright, there goes that building. We're going to have some
Write
significant
it down,
repairs
Commander.
to do after this, because we
I'm on the
lost
clock. What do you want?
2 mechs on this mission. We're going to have to rebuild
So
them.
bad to say decisions.
But you know what I like to say is after, when I rebuild a mech, that just means we have an opportunity to make it better. So I'm fine with it. Thank you for the follow, Dizzy. Really appreciate that. If anybody has any questions about this mod,
Time to bug out.
Battletech
It's
itself,
DLC
if you have any
extraction.
questions about Battletech lore, please let us know. We also have a giveaway. So if you give us a follow on Twitch, you're entered into our monthly Funko Pop giveaway. So please do that.
Mission successful.
What I'm actually doing now is I am going to start sending those through Amazon. So I'll either send it to you as a gift through Amazon, so Amazon will pay for the postage, or if you're in another country and you just want a gift card, for example, I'm happy to send you the equivalent value of a Funko Pop via a Amazon gift card. All right, so we have a nice financial return, which is good because we're going to have lots of repairs here. The good news is we got some good mech components for sure. All right, so as you can see, our Dragonfire, did it lose? Okay, so the Dragonfire just lost both of its legs. So we didn't lose any components. So that's not going to be that expensive. Oh, Askewed One says, I understand. Turns out I have 14 days of repairs on my Marauder. Oh, is that from that battle you had with Comstar? All right, so Thantanos, let's see. The Thantanos lost its core and the XL engine. So we're going to have to rebuild that one. Let's see. I think we're going to be okay here. All right, so as far as parts, we'll take the Atlas part, take the Cyclops, and then let's look at components because there was some good components on the field here. So let's see what there could be that would be of value to us. Surprisingly little. Huh. All right, so we'll just take the mech parts. Mech part, mech part. We'll take the LRM 20s because we get 6 of those. You know, I would have hoped for more salvage on that mission, Askewed One, because we lost 2 mechs. Fortunately, we didn't lose any pilots, but still, this is going to be an expensive repair bill. So let's jump into it here. I'm going to take a few minutes. Not only do I have to repair 2 mechs, but I need to look at the mechs that I currently have and see if we can't upgrade them while we travel. So let's see what we have to work with here. That was a nasty 5-skull mission for sure. It was more about the turrets that were giving me the hard time than the enemy mechs. Alright, so let's start with the Dragonfire first. The Dragonfire just has leg damage. Okay. Ooh, we lost a lot of ammo though. Alright, so we lost our Rack 5 ammo and our Gauss ammo. Alright, so let's see what we can do about that. Alright, we have enough Gauss ammo. I'm not sure how much Rack ammo I had. This could be a problem. Let's see. Yeah, I have no Rack ammo. Oh wait, I might. Sorry. Oh, I do. Okay, good. Alright, so that wasn't that bad. So we lost a little bit of ammunition. This is a really... So basically all of our payout for this mission went into repairing the Dragonfire here. Askewed One says yes, the XL engine, so when the left torso went, so did the mech. Also had to eject a second pilot before that mech got cored. Yeah, I mean...
On it.
Hey, at least you didn't lose a pilot. I mean, in most cases... In most cases, if I lose a mech but I don't lose a pilot, I'm usually okay with that. You can work around it. All right, so here's my Thantanos. This is going to be the expensive repair. All right, so yeah, this is going to be really painful. Luckily, I have plenty of money, so I think we'll be okay here. All right, so we need a 300 core. Do I have a 300 core? I should have one. Any input anybody has while I'm rebuilding these mechs, please consider it an open invitation. So we can actually improve the cooling on this mech here. Do I have E-cooling +3? I might. Let's see. Yes. So let's do an E-cooling +3. I think I can do that. No. We can only do E-cooling +2. Okay. Alright. That's fine. Alright, so we've got the core to replace, the E-cooling, the XL engine. Assuming we have an XL engine here. Fortunately, we got one. I think we must have got one in that mission. So we got that. We got the double heatsink kit. That's the next thing we gotta fix here. Hopefully, I have a double heatsink kit. We have 2 of those. Fortunately, this is becoming a very expensive repair, as you can see. Alright. Good news is we could probably upgrade this guy. I don't have any ER medium lasers? I do not. Alright, so that's a bummer. That is a bummer. So we're just gonna have to go with regular mediums for now. Oh, we got some ammo we need to replace. Not a Gauss rifle. Gauss ammo. 2 tons of that. Guardian ECM. Don't know if we have a Guardian ECM available. Let's see. We do have a comm suite. Let's put that in. Do not have a Guardian ECM. That does not help. We can put in an armor cowl. Let's do that. Sorry, everybody. We're just doing some repairs here before we travel and go on to the next mission. Really appreciate everybody who's joining us. We're just pushing through these repairs. All right, what am I missing here? Why do I have so much tonnage available? What am I missing? All right, I put in the core, put in the E-cooling, put in the engine, double heat sinks. Oh, I think we need some heat sinks in this sucker. That's probably part of the extra tonnage, but it shouldn't be that much. I should not have this much tonnage. What am I missing? Oh, duh. Hello. Maybe I need to replace the Gauss rifle that got taken out. There we go. That will... Mike requires 3 to... Alright, so we gotta replace the Gauss rifle. That's what I needed to do. Okay. Alright, so heat is okay. Alright. Let's just max the armor here. Mac has one, okay. Alright, so 20 days and $1 million later, we'll have the Thantanos back in action.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Alright, so let's see if we have anything we can build before we move. Ooh, we have another atlas we can put together. Alright, let's put this atlas together.
mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Alright, so we got the D. Capable of bringing, it is also normally mounting maximum amount of armor possible. Few opponents can survive a brief contact with this monster. That's not really true. That's the description from the original game, back when the Atlas was kind of the scariest thing you would see. Alright, let's reorganize our mechs. I like to put them in tonnage order. I know it's a little anal, but that's what I like to do. Okay. Alright, so let's look at this D and see what we can do about making the most of it. Alright, it's got a standard engine. So one of the things we're going to do here... Now, for my Atlases, it's going to be a brawler, so I don't like to put an XL engine in an Atlas. I'm pretty happy just putting in an XL Lite. So we've got that going for us. We're definitely going to put in double heat sinks because we can. So we'll take off these heat sinks. We're going to replace the AC-20. So we'll take that off, along with all the ammo. Heat sink, heat sink. Anybody has any feedback or questions as we put this Atlas together? I'd love to hear it. LRM 20, I feel like LRMs are a waste of space on the Atlases. So let's take the LRM off. I'm not a big fan of LRMs on an Atlas. Alright, so let's look at our weapons. Alright. Do we have enough ammo to put a Gauss rifle on? We do not have Gauss ammo right now. Let's check the store real quick. Let's check the store. My favorite weapon is the Gauss. It's just so much better than I think just about every other weapon on the planet. Ammo crude Gauss. Accuracy, ammo 6 shots. +1 accuracy. I don't want to... 1 ton of crude Gauss ammo is not going to help me. Alright, so unfortunately we don't have the ability to put a Gauss in this thing. Alright, so let's see what else we have. What other options do we have? Alright, so it's got 2 missile pods. So let's start with our missiles. What can we put on this thing? What if we do... What if we put some arrow on this sucker? That would be interesting. We could put an arrow 4. Let's think about that for a second. Skewed 1, what do you think about putting an arrow 4 on an Atlas? Might be an interesting approach. Let's play around with it a minute. Alright. I hate when it gets jumpy. Alright, arrow 4. Alright, so we should have arrow 4 ammo. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, ammo arrow 4. 5 shots. 1, 2. Ooh, we have arrow fast cam. Alright, let's take that. Alright, so that's kind of an interesting build. Yeah, I know it's an interesting take, but I'm just trying to put as much firepower on this thing as I can. And an arrow 4 kind of seems like it would be interesting for an Atlas. Let's see. We could put in an Ultra Cannon 5. Maybe. Probably not. Let's see. We can do an LBX AC-20. We can do that. The tricky part is where we're going to put the ammo. All right, so let's think about that. Ultra Can LBX 20 slug, and we'll put a cluster as well. It's a little risky to have this ammo in the core. You know what? I'll put it in the arm. We'll take the chance. I'd rather lose the arm than the center torso. Only thing putting me off in advanced is clan mechs. So Death and Jest, with the size of the Battletech Advanced map, you could put yourself so far away from the clans that you would never have to see the clans, unless you want to see the clans later on. Skewed One, can you give me some backup in the chat room about that? I mean, the map is so big, you never have to see the clan unless you want to see the clan. That's what I'll say about that. Alright, so let's see what we can do about some close in. Alright, so we can do a. Do a reloading rocket launcher 10 here, or let's go with we could do an SRM 6 here. Again, we're gonna have to put the ammo on the arms. But we can do that. Put the ammo in the arms there, and then we can really upgrade one of. Oh, we need some double heat sinks here. We need some double heat sinks, so we're gonna have to put the double heat sinks in the arms, like so. Let's look at some equipment here. Okay. Let's dump everything else into the armor. Alright, I like that build. We're going to try the Atlas with the Arrow 4 and see how that works. It's going to be an interesting build. The Skewed One says, I mean, basically the whole inner sphere, so I can agree with that. There's a possibility they'll show up randomly. Yeah, they will do raids occasionally, but generally speaking, if you don't want to do Battletech Advanced, then fight against the clans, then you just land way away from clan space, and you should be fine 90% of the time. And then the beauty of it is once you feel like your lance is built up or your company is built up, you can go attack the clans later on if you feel like you want the challenge. So Death and Jest, again, if you want to set up a time for me to walk you through the downloading of the game while we interact in Discord, I would be happy to do that, and that goes for anybody here. If you want to try this mod but you're uncomfortable about downloading it, I will go on Discord with you and talk you through it. It literally takes you after you do a reinstall of Battletech, the base game, it only takes you about 15 to 20 minutes to get this mod up and running. So I'm happy to help you with that. All right, so we've got everything set up for repairs. All right, let's plan this out. All right, so we want the Dragonfire up towards the top. I do want to get this Marauder though. Firestarter has to go near the top. We've got a lot of things that need to go up towards the top. All right, I think we're gonna be fine with that rotation as far as the repairs. Now let's find a place to go. So we're currently working on 4 skull planets, and I feel like that's a good space for us from a tonnage standpoint, from a challenge standpoint. Let's do another search for some more 4 skull planets, and we will keep heading eventually towards clan space, because I do want to have some fun with the clans eventually. So let's see, we've got a tropical option, and we've got a rocky option. Arid, Terran, but that's a good bit of travel. Although a good bit of travel would not be horrible for us. That's only 24 days. Oh, here we go. Thorin. Thorin would be a good choice. It's a urban planet. I want to get away from the urban planets for a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, let's go to Aristotle here. It's gonna be let's go to Aristotle. It's 24 days, but we've got some repairs to complete, so let's go for it.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
So, Death and Jest, if you want to set up a plan, just hit me up on Discord, and I could be on Discord with you, and then we could literally go step by step setting up the mod. It's really easy, and I think you would love it. If you like regular Battletech, you will love Battletech Advanced. It is night and day. It is so much more fun.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Alright, so we completed the library. Let's see what we can complete that isn't too expensive. I'm going to upgrade the drive system.
Sure thing. It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
I think that's a good option for us here. Alright, let's get some repairs done. We're going to have our Marauder. That's going to be nice. It's one of my favorite mechs. Alright, hopefully we'll have a good chunk of these repairs done before we get to this base. Or this new planet.
Ready to go over finance?
So, Death and Jest and Eschewed One, just a heads up, there's probably going to be an update on this mod this weekend. There's probably about a 50-50 chance based on conversations I had with the developers over the last couple days. So one of the best things about this mod is they update it multiple times. So what we're actually going to do, unfortunately, I know we just had one big battle on this stream, but we're getting to the point where I'm going to have to call it a stream just because I have work.
You've arrived at our destination, Commander.
So let's see what's going on this planet first. But I don't think I'm going to do any more missions, so if you're here for that, then, alright, so we got 5 more days, and then we can actually have all of our mechs available. let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, ambush. Oh, we got an ambush. Okay, so I take that back, guys, because we have an ambush, and ambushes are usually pretty quick. So let's do this ambush here. Alright. Alright, so we have an ambush. So, alright, so what do we want to take on this ambush mission? Let's see. I can take my new atlas. Why is my old atlas not showing? Interesting. Alright, I'm going to take my new atlas so we can see how it does with this arrow launcher. I'm not sure where my old atlas is. It should be on the list here. But let's take the new atlas. Or I could take my... Yeah, we're going to take the new atlas. So we should have just enough time to do this ambush before we move forward. And an ambush is basically where they take the duo and they don't let you have a partner. So it's a 2 against 1 battle. Alright, that's a 4.5 skull. Duel. Small pirate team is on track to intercept one of our supply runs. Drop hot, take out the kill team, and get your people out of there. So what we can do is we can actually use the Arrow 4 launcher to try to do some damage to the enemy at long range and see if we can even up the odds here. So a skewed 1, I definitely need feedback on this one, and that goes for everybody on this mission that's in the chat room. Please chat it up. Give me any ideas that you think would help us on this mission, because it's a 2 against 1.
Command interface
All right,
initiated.
so we're in the wreckage of where you discover the Argo. All right. Okay, so we've got an enemy over there. All right, so one of the things we can do, let's go here.
All right, let's get down.
Now, one of the things we have is we have Arrow 4 fast cam, right? So we can actually do... Oh wait, this is my base atlas. Never mind. Alright, so we have Thunderbolt ammo. Alright, so this is not the atlas I thought I was taking. That's fine.
Alright, let's get
We can make this work. Alright, so it looks like the enemy wants me to move to them, which is unusual.
Right,
Usually for these missions... Alright, here we go. Alright, so we got a Corsair and a Mackie. Local pirate organization will make an example of you. Alright, so we got a Corsair and a Mackie against my Atlas. Alright, so one of the benefits we have here... one of the benefits we have here is the Mackie is going to be slow. So let's... we got to take advantage of that. Let's
make some bad decisions at high
We need to try to separate these guys as much as we can. So one of the things we could do is we could start pelting this Mackie with some Thunderbolt rounds at long range. Try to do some damage before we get in close and dangerous. Ooh, alright, some hard hits there. It's okay. This is going to be a straight up, this is going to be a brawl for sure.
My cop. I can see my people and I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Okay, we want to keep this battle at long range as much as we can. Okay. Alright, let's do a precision strike here on the Corsair. We'll go for a headshot. Why not? Maybe we'll get lucky. I'm not afraid to try to get lucky on one of these duels where you're outnumbered and outgunned. There we go. Here's a head hit on the Corsair. And we've already got some structural damage on the Corsair. So the Mackie looks like it's primarily a missile build. So that will help us. Right, Mackie's also an ace pilot. Corsair is going to take its turn, and it entrenches. Alright, so that's good. Alright, so let's take advantage of the fact that the Corsair is basically taking a round off. Alright, so let's get in range on the Mackie. We're going to do a precision strike. Go for the head. Heat is a little bit of a challenge here, so let's turn off the ultra cannon. I want as many shots on this head as we can. Alright, let's go for the thunderbolt and not what I was hoping for out of that mission there, or that round. Okay, Corsair's got a hard-hitting AC, so we gotta keep that in mind.
I just dropped my coffee and I'm fucking angry.
Ooh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Uh-oh, this is not going well. This is not going well.
All the alarms are going off and this is going to be very expensive to fix.
Okay. Alright, this is turning into a nasty fight.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Nasty fight. Alright, Alright, let's pull back. Really need to get lucky with a precision strike here. I mean, the good news is he's got significant damage to his head already. If we can just hit his head. There we go. Alright, there goes the Corsair. Alright, so now it's a one-on-one battle. I'm feeling a lot better. And we got 5 salvageable parts on the Corsair.
It's getting pretty fucking warm in here. I can see why people enjoy this.
Alright.
I'm on the clock. What do you
So
want?
now we have the fact that we are actually faster than the Mackie. How often do you say an Atlas is faster, right? So let's actually do a Vigilance and cool down for a round. Alright, Mackie's gonna move up.
I can see why people enjoy this
Okay,
line of
but
work.
it does not shoot at us. Alright, so... Okay, so we can move here. Have a little bit of cover. Let's do a precision strike. And again, we're going to go for the head on the Mackie with some thunderbolts.
Sober enough to line this up.
Alright, that's good. Not a bad hit. Alright. Luckily I have double AMS on this Atlas. That's helping us since this is mostly an energy or a missile build on this
I
Mackie.
think I heard something broke, and I am officially scared.
Okay.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, so can we get around the rear of this Mackie? That's the question here. What if we do
Let's
this?
make
What if we
some bad
do...
decisions at high speed.
Try to play a little ring around the rosy with this Atlas, or this
I
Mackie.
can see why people enjoy this line of work.
We can try to use our speed advantage.
Let's make some bad decisions at high speed.
See if we can keep beating this guy up. Over time, we're going to keep going for headshots like there's no tomorrow. Let's see what the Mackie does. Alright, which direction will he go?
Ah, I can see why people enjoy
Okay.
this line of work.
Alright.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? Let's make some
moving.
bad decisions at high speed.
I want to try to wear this guy down with thunderbolts if we can. Alright, we got him to commit to go to one direction. No, I'm not talking about the band One Direction.
Let's make some bad decisions.
There's an
at high
obscure
speed.
music reference for you. Now let's see if he will keep going around. No, he's not going to let us get behind him. Okay.
I'm on the clock. What do you
I
want?
was really hoping we could get behind him. Alright, we already have damage to our head. That's our problem. Alright, you know what? I think we gotta go in. We just gotta go in. Sometimes you just gotta go in on an enemy. And what if we do all weapons that we can fire and try to take out one of the legs? Oh!
With my money.
Lethal
All units
damage!
destroyed.
We failed. We failed.
Mission failed.
Good news is that was our commander, so he's not going to be lost. He's just going to be injured for a while. That's okay, Skewed One. We had to take that one on. So our commander's going to be out for 40 days. Ironically, we didn't lose anything too dangerous, too valuable. So we can actually get this Atlas up pretty quickly. So hey, that's the way it goes. You can't always win. But hey, that's life. On that note, we're going to end up ending the stream. We'll be back here again tomorrow and every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv Commando Gaming 1. Also check out our YouTube channels, which are Strategic Gaming and Commando Gaming, and we'll see you